If you feel like goal setting is pointless, that every time you try you just fail, well then this video, it's for you. What's up everybody? Tim Conley here, and this topic of goal setting is near and dear to my heart because, well, I failed a lot. I screwed up most of my goals, gave up on most of my goals. I just couldn't figure out why, with all the self-help books I was reading, all the courses that I was taking, going to sleep listening to Tony Robbins' voice, why I couldn't achieve my goals. And then I realized that I was falling into certain traps about goal setting that gurus weren't really telling me how to fix. They were saying you just didn't want it enough, you just didn't have passion for it, or you didn't have the willpower or the commitment. You weren't enough for your goals. They might not have actually said that. This is just how I felt. Every time I wrote down my goals, it just felt like I was wishing, like I was writing a letter to Santa Claus. And if you feel like that, I hope this video really helps you out. Here are the top 5 things that cause you to fail at succeeding at your goals. So the first one is setting unrealistic goals. When I first started on this journey of self-help and personal development, one of the things that came up was like, have a vision board, like put all these pictures of things that you really desire in life, and then that'll help motivate you towards where you want to go, and write down your goals and do affirmations, and somehow it'll all happen. But they always said set these big goals, and well, if you've never achieved a goal before, not a very good idea to set a big one because it sets you up for failure. It would have been like being a child, grabbing an adult bicycle, no training wheels, just an adult bicycle that you couldn't reach the pedals, climbed up on it somehow, and tried to ride it. When you set goals that are outside of your skill set, outside of your comfort zone, don't stretch them. Don't make them really big goals. Do little ones, compound on top of each other. This is a theme throughout this whole video that we're going to cover, is the stacking of goals so that you get stronger. You don't go into the gym and lift 500 pounds the first time you've ever been inside of a gym. You go in and you start with where you're at and you get stronger over time. The other part of setting unrealistic goals is setting too many goals. If you're setting a lot of goals, you're setting yourself up for failure. 1, it's hard to keep track of them, and 2, you don't have the willpower, you don't have the endurance necessary to do lots of goals because you haven't completed one goal yet. Get good at completing one goal, committing to it, and accomplishing it. This second one, I still struggle with. I'm 50 years old and I still look at setting goals that, well, might impress other people. If you're setting goals to impress others instead of impressing yourself, instead of fulfilling yourself, you're likely to fail because you're not attached to it. You're doing it for the wrong purpose. And even if you succeed at it, it will feel very hollow afterwards. An example for me early in my career was I bought a Range Rover. And I thought I was the bomb. Like, I thought everything was so cool then because I bought my first luxury car and I was cruising around and I thought I was cool, and I realized after a couple of weeks I was just me and no one else really cared. They weren't paying attention to me. They didn't think I was cool. By setting goals to impress other people, you won't get the life you want. You might get materialistic things, you might have all the trappings of success, and yet your life is empty. You feel like something's missing. And it's because you were focused on external things instead of fulfilling what you need inside. The third thing that causes us to fail at our goals is instant gratification. This need to get it now. This shows up in a big way during New Year's resolutions. The average New Year's resolution is abandoned by January 19th. If we don't see wins, if we don't see any gains, like we're not making progress, we start to question whether or not it's even worth attempting. And as soon as you start questioning your goal, you quit it. You're bound to quit it. So you have to set up systems that makes it feel like you're having little wins. One of my favorite apps is Strong Lifts. It's an exercise program that starts you at essentially level 0. You just come in and you start at 0 and you do the exercises that it lists for you. You're just like, okay, I did that one, click the button. So that after every time you complete an exercise and you click on that app, you feel like you won. At the end of the workout, you click the button and boom, I did a thing today. Even if you barely lifted any weight, even if it was super light, super easy, you felt like you achieved something. So instead of setting up a big win at the end where you have to get through some really hard stuff and then you win with your goal, set up little wins along the way. If you're tracking your progress, give yourself a little rewards. If you're dieting, don't make it treats. Make it something else that's not related to food. Just give yourself a little reward, a little win, so you get that little dopamine hit that'll keep you going so that you can overcome instant gratification. The fourth big reason for not achieving your goals is not having an actionable plan. Did you know that you're 42% more likely to succeed at your goal just by writing it down? If you write down your goals regularly, you're more likely to succeed at them. That's not even having a plan for achieving that goal. That's just writing down the goal. This is my goal, this is my goal, this is my goal. Writing it down frequently keeps your brain focused on it. But if you build an actionable plan, here's what I'm going to do today, here's what I'm going to do tomorrow, next week, and so forth, to get to my goal, you are very likely to succeed at it. Without a plan, it's just a wish.
Now, is that an official wish? Say the magic words.
You're just hoping for something to happen. And what will happen is the goal will feel vague and it'll cause anxiety. It'll cause guilt, maybe even shame, because you know you should be doing something, but you're not. And part of not doing something is you don't know what to do. Take away that decision fatigue that happens over time when you're trying to achieve your goal by knowing what to do today and what to do tomorrow. And that is going to help you achieve your goals. The fifth reason your goals fail is you can't let go of the past. You're still judging yourself for all those goals that you abandoned, all those goals that you quit, all those goals that you failed to achieve, the ones that make you feel like a failure. You have to let go of that past. Forgive yourself. It's a powerful way to open up your future for your present self. And it's also the first step in successful goal setting. Here's what to do about it. Step 1, you evaluate your goals. What's your experience level? What skills do you have that are related to this goal? Is the goal realistic to where I'm at in life? Maybe I need to dial it back a little bit. Am I attempting this goal for me or to impress others? Can I commit to this goal for at least 100 days? And we'll get into that more in a bit. The second step, pick one. Just one. Kinda doesn't even matter which one. Just pick one of your goals. All those things that you've been hoping to achieve, pick one of them. If it's something that is actually for you and not to impress other people, then just pick that one and get started on it. Though I will suggest, make it an easy one. Make it something that you're certain you can achieve. Like, maybe you can achieve it in the next 10 days. It's not going to take you 100 days, but you can achieve this goal in 10 days because then you can stack on top of that. You can add more goals that are related to that thing so it gets harder and you get stronger and build up your endurance. As you complete those easy goals, probably quickly, you'll gain more confidence to take on harder and harder goals that won't make you feel like a failure if you don't achieve them. You'll just think, oh, no big deal. I'll just go back at it. I'll just try it again because I have the confidence to achieve my goals. Step 3, set a 100-day commitment. That 100 days is long enough to achieve something important, and that round number of 100 days has a psychological impact. When you get to day 100, you're going to feel very powerful. You're going to feel like, wow, I really accomplished something here. I love doing 100-day challenges. I do it with fitness, dieting. I do it with making money. I set all sorts of 100-day challenges for myself. That allows me to gradually build up to achieving something big by the end of that 100 days. But at day one, I can just do something small. I can take one small action towards my goal, and then day 2, another action, and day 3, another, until all those actions stack up to success. Oh, and day 50 feels amazing. You wake up and you're like, I'm almost halfway done. And at the end of that day, you're like, I am definitely halfway done. And it gets you very energetic for the next 50 days. The fourth step is to assess, reevaluate your goal. You've spent 100 days working towards this goal. How do you feel about it? Do you wish to continue this particular goal? Do you want to add on top of it? Or do you want to change the outcome that you're after? See, here's where a lot of people feel like they fail with their goals, is that as they're progressing towards their goal, they realize the outcome that they set isn't the one they actually want, because they've learned new information along the way. They've learned something about themselves and about their desires that they need to change directions. And they feel like, I'm quitting, I'm failing. That's why I say commit to 100 days. In that 100-day process, you will learn a lot. And afterwards, you can reevaluate, do I wish to continue on this path, or do I want to take another one? The fifth step is to pick another goal. You might be still working on goal number 1, but by now you've developed some strength. You've developed a habit to work on that first goal. Even if it's not completed yet, the outcome's not done yet, you can still continue to work on it. Now add an additional goal, preferably one that uses similar skill sets or that compounds on the first goal, so that you're leading yourself to a particular destination, so that you're gaining skills that work together. You're gaining outcomes that compound on each other. And the sixth step is to smash that like button, Peter McKinnon style, if that's what you're into. And I hope to see you in the next video. Whoa, before you go, check out these videos. You've set your goals, now go get the training necessary to just crush them, all right? And we are done.